Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to be working today on the background for one of my MerMay colouring ins, I guess you could say. And I'm working in the Mythical Mermaids and Other Sea Creatures by Camilla D'erricos. And I have chosen to do this one. So we're going to work on the background for this one. So I've popped in all my sticky notes on this side so I don't get any of the ink onto that page, and I have already done, if you can see, the colourless masking fluid, because it just, it just takes up time, and you've seen me do it in another one of my other videos. So I've just popped that on so I can apply my ink without getting it on the actual image itself. Alright, so I'm going to go in with two colours. I'm going to go in with my rosebud, so like a nice pink, and a grape jelly today. Alright, so I'm going to go in with those two colours for the background, and then we'll think about the other colours once we've got those down. So, to apply them, I have my two makeup brushes, the ones that I always use, and I just realised I need some water, so I'll be back. Okay, so what I like to do is wet my brush, and then take some tissue paper and just absorb most of the water. So it's literally just enough to wet it down slightly, just to make it so the brush isn't dry. I just find it applies a bit better if it's not completely dry. Okay. So I'm going to go in, and it's going to be two layers. So I'm going to come in with my pink first and lay down where I want those lighter colours. Now I can come straight over the top of the edge of that image, because I'm going to take that masking fluid off and you won't even know that it was there. So that colour can overlap that, which is awesome, because I don't have to be really careful, which is nice. And as you can see, not going through. Because if your brush is too wet, if you put too much water on it, it does go through, because it is water-based, so you don't want that. Now as I get closer to the edges, I'm going to add in a piece of paper behind, just so I don't get it on the pages underneath. As in like where you can see it over here. Alright, so don't really have any updates life-wise. My husband's away for the next 10 to 12 days. He works for a company that contracts with the army in Australia. So they're on a big exercise at the moment, so he's out bush with those guys. So I'm home alone with my kitties. Yeah, makes it a little bit harder to get colouring in, because I'm doing two jobs at once, obviously mum and dad. So it'll just be whenever I can do it, is whenever it will get done. Most likely when the kids go to bed. So yeah, not really much else going on at the moment. Just working away, working, same old. I started my strength and conditioning coaching this week. I want to do some BJJ competitions, so Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competitions, towards the end of the year. So trying to build some strength up for that. I'm not sure if I've mentioned it already, but I had the gastric sleeve done, and I've lost 37 kilos now. So I'm trying to build up, now that I've lost the weight and I'm at goal. I'm actually under goal, but I am wanting now to build muscle and tone and, do all those good things, but mainly build the strength up so I can compete, towards the end of the year with BJJ. So I definitely need that strength when I'm trapped underneath somebody and trying to get out, so trying to build that up. So yeah, lots of weights, eating plan, lots and lots of protein. Yeah, all that good stuff. So I'm on day 3 of that tomorrow, I think it is. I'm used to it anyway because we've had to do boot camps and things over the years where we've had eating plans and things like that. So yeah, nothing new really. Just got to stick to it. Although I am a bit of a cheater sometimes, but in saying that, I am at my goal weight. It's more muscle now. And I didn't have the surgery to live on a diet for the rest of my life like I had been prior to that. So if I feel like a little piece of chocolate, I'm going to have a little piece of chocolate. And I'm not going to beat myself up over it. So yeah, pretty much just going with it, and yeah, eating and stopping when I'm full and all that sort of stuff. So I can only eat small amounts of food obviously from the surgery, so that was a interesting thing for my coach to have to meal plan for, I guess, probably. But I've meal prepped for the week since hubby's away, and got my lunches all ready and things like that. I seem to struggle in the night time though. That's my munchies time. Munchies time. And I'm sitting and colouring and want something yummy to eat. So yeah, just coming in, rubbing the brush on the pad, loading it in there. I can feel my brush is starting to get a little bit dry. So I'm going to go in and give it a bit of a wet and soak again. Again, you don't want it to be wet because it'll go through your page. So soak most of it off. God's sake. Oh, that would have been close. Is anyone else participating in MerMay? I know it's normally meant to be for artists and people who draw, but I'm having fun. I think this is my third or fourth one now. Oop, I can see that I didn't cover it properly there. I'm going to have some purple fingers to deal with. It's fun. So I can't wait for her other book to come out. Well, I know some people already have it, but in Australia it doesn't actually come out until, well, it should be published today. It says the 17th. And then the people that I've ordered from said a week to 2 weeks from when the publication date says for them to get the book and send the book out. So I'm probably expecting it end of this month, I would say. Last time that sort of thing happened was yeah, about 2 weeks after the publication date we got the book, so we will see. But I'm excited because I know heaps of other people have already got it that are overseas, and I've been looking at your pictures and they're just gorgeous, so I'm actually very excited. I think it's going to be my favourite one out of all of them, although I do like Cute and Creepy, I gotta say, even though I stuffed my book up. Well, I didn't, the cat did. She tipped my water all over it. My cat that likes water. She's a weirdo. Alright, so I'm just going back in, wetting that brush again, soaking it off. And I'm going to come back in with my pink again, I think. So yeah, I work in layers with these inks to build that colour up. And I'm going to try and work up the page and work while it's still wet in those areas, just to help a little bit with blending. Not that they blend the best, but better than nothing. Let's keep an eye on that, the amount you're putting down, so it's not going through your page. Coming in dry again. Yeah, the trick with these to that really nice bright background is to do layers. You need more than one layer. So I'm not sure about like your Tim Holtz ones and all that. I don't have those. We don't really have them anywhere in our local town. These are easy because I can find them in my local shops, so that's purely why I use this brand. I know a lot of people use Tim Holtz distress inks and all that sort of jazz, but I just don't have access to that, so I make do. I would love to try them out though, they do look amazing. So yeah, just going in, blending, layering them as you need to. The trick to blending them, same with your pencils, is slightly work outside your lines. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll speed you guys up for the rest. I don't have anything else to talk about. I don't want you just sitting there bored listening to nothing, so I'll speed you up and put a bit of music on and come back once it's laid down with your 2 layers. Okay, so now that that is on, any bits that are a little bit patchy, I'll come back in with some Neo Colour later and fix it up. Yeah, so that is now done. What I now do is I go over where I've got ink on the, what do you call it, masking fluid, and just give it a wipe. So that way when I am peeling it off, my fingers aren't wiping it unintentionally onto the drawing. So yeah, just wipe it away from your image. And of course you're still going to get bits where, you know, I've missed, like here are the fingers. But you know, most of it's going to be good. Alright, so there we go. I've wiped that off the masking fluid. And now once that's dry, I can come and take that off and go on with the next bit. Alright, and I'll be back in as soon as that's dry to take that masking fluid off, and I'll talk to you soon. Alright, so that's pretty much dry now. What I'm going to do now is take off the masking fluid. Same as my previous videos, so I'm going to gently pull my finger across the fluid until it starts to pretty much roll off. So I'll speed you guys up for this, so you're not sitting there watching the slow process. Since I've done it on previous videos so as well. So, alright, I'll see you back soon. Something I do with it too, if it does want to lift like this, I will pull, but I make sure it's, when I do it, I'll show you. When I do it, I'm holding it close to the paper, not up, because it will rip your paper. So yeah, pull it along the paper and away from where it's lifting, so like this. So it essentially is pulling away. That's the best way I've found not to rip, whereas if I'm pulling like this up, or like off the paper, it tends to rip more. So yeah, pull it up and across the paper in the direction that you want it to come. Okay, so that is with the masking fluid off. Yeah, next step would be to go in and pick colours. Alright, so what am I thinking? I'm thinking maybe teals? Alright, let me have a think off camera and I'll come back when I think I have an idea of what I'd like to do. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm not even really sure what I'm going to do. So, I'm thinking purple tail and like these green, so parrot green and true green hair. and then bring the colours over into this guy as well, with some pinks in there and maybe some blue and greens for him, I'm thinking. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find some pens to base with first, and then I will come back in and talk to you guys in a minute. Okay, so I was looking at the colours and I think this is going to be too blue or aqua for the green that I'm wanting to do her hair. So let me just fix my light up. It seems really dark in there. Okay, so I think I'm just going to go straight in with pencil for her hair. I might just start with the hair and go from there, and we can do the skin and all that once we've got that down. So what I'm going to do is go in to the darker areas with parrot green, and then into the lighter areas with true green. Okay. So where her bangs come out at the roots is where it's going to be darker, obviously lighter on the ends. So I'm starting dark and then kind of fading it out so I can blend that lighter colour up into it. I haven't used my Prismas for a little while actually. I've been using the polys a bit more. No reason in particular, just, yeah, that's what we've been going for. Cat. Okay, and coming in with that true green. So pretty, I love true green. It's not one that I use very often, but I do love it. It's one I got recently in open stock, and I'm glad I did, because I looked at it and went, ugh, I'm never going to use that. And then the more I looked at it, I'm like, actually it's really pretty. I'm not a huge green fan, and I don't really ever go for greens, but I wanted something a bit different. I always do the same old colours, so. And I just thought this would look nice with the pink and purple background, so why not? A little fringe. Looking cute. So what other, I guess, drawing prompt or colouring prompts are there during the year that we can do? I know there's Inktober, and I love Inktober. But last time I participated, it wasn't colouring, I actually had to go at the drawing side. And that was awesome, I loved it. I wouldn't mind doing it this year with colouring stuff though, like your Inktense and, you know, those sort of inks, or your background inks like I used on this one to join in, so that would be fun. there is any others really. I guess there's ones that people make themselves for others to follow as well, but I don't think I'm Insta savvy enough to kind of find them and know what they are, so. Any of the chunks that I miss when I do the inks, I just colour over them, like this big chunk in her hair here. Sometimes it works out, you don't see it in the end. Sometimes you do. Can't change it though. That's one side, and she's looking cute. I'm actually really liking that. And I really need to get a big floofy brush so I don't do this and smush all the colour onto other bits of the drawing, which I'm really bad for. So I end up erasing a million times. She's looking cute. Actually, these are very similar to the colours that Dan did in Colouring with Dan, I think it was, or Colouring by Dan. That picture that he's doing is looking beautiful. She's looking cute. So anywhere the hair looks like it dips or would have a bit of a shadow, I'm adding in the darker peacock green. And then anywhere I think the light would hit it more, I'm adding in the the lighter bits. So for example, where her hair comes over here and does this lip flip, in here is going to be darker because of this bit here. Shadowing it. So I'm coming in with that darker colour and shading it out. Because I know there'll be a bit of a shadow in there. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there and I'll come back tomorrow in the same video and finish off her hair for you guys. Alright, I'll see you soon. Okay, so that's the hair done. And I've rubbed out that bit because I've realised that that actually joins on with his little whisker. So he's got one whisker here and then one whisker there. So I've rubbed that out so I can fix that up when I come back to it. All right, so I'm gonna have a think about colours for the rest of her and I will come back to you guys in a minute. Hey guys, it's been a couple of days, but I'm back. So we've got our background and our hair down, and we're gonna work on the tail now. So what I've decided is I'm going to use my Holbeins and I'm going to come in and make the tail in like a rainbow effect. So it's gonna be in lines, blending down, and then on the tail, same thing, it'll blend out in rainbow colors. I think that'll be pretty. The reason I thought about it was because I was just making my all my Kirby pages video and I had done it in here. So I'm thinking something, you know, like the rainbow pastel colors that I've used on this page. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to do a bit of a gradient. So from purple to pink to orange to yellow to green to turquoise to blue as we come down. So they blend out quite nicely in that order. I'm just going to turn you guys a bit so I can work on angle because my wrist is really sore today. Okay, so I'm going to start up high around her waist with the purple first. Now these are super, super creamy and I absolutely love them. I wish I could get them locally somewhere, but I ordered these from Amazon. And I actually haven't looked, but I'm hoping they sell them in open stock. I bet they don't. I bet they don't. That'd be just my luck because these colors are the ones I use the most out of the set. Especially when doing like your rainbow themed stuff. These are my go-to. So it'd be nice if I could buy them separately to replace the ones that these ones that are going to go very fast. But yeah, as I said, I haven't looked into it. I'm not sure. Okay. Where does that waist go up to? Keep it there. I can see a little line there, so we'll stick with that. So as I said, I'm going to bring each colour, blend it down into each other the whole way down. And hopefully that'll give us a nice little rainbow tail. So purple, pink, orange, yellow, green, turquoise, blue. So maybe you can bring it down a little bit. I just want to make sure there's enough room for all of the colours. And I do bring it down to blend it out a little bit because that's where I'm going to come in with the other colour to help blend them. It is a Friday night, guys, and my kids are home, so I'm sorry if you can hear either YouTube in the background or games or anything like that. Okay, so I've gone in with my purple. Now I'm going to come in with my pink. This is a bit where I'm going to blend it up in, so I'm going to just start down a little bit lower. And I can see where I've had... I don't know if it's there. Something's dripped on there, obviously. That's okay, I might come in with a gel pen and fix that up. So I'm going to blend it up into where I've blended the purple down. And you could go in and make, you know, polka dot tail or, you know, splotches instead of like lines coming down. You could pretty much do anything you like, really, with it. I just thought I'm going to do lines because a Barbie doll that I had when I was younger had a rainbow tail and it was like lines, I guess, stripes down to the fins. So I kind of wanted to replicate that. So I'm just going to go back in and kind of blend those sections together by coming in and smushing the colours, I guess, a couple of times to blend them. You start to get a bit of a blend happening. All right, on this side, blend it out. So you kind of, to do that, lift your hand, the weight off the pencil as you move out. So heavy, lift the weight, lift the weight, lift the pressure, lift it, lift it, lift it, until you're pretty much only just touching the paper to get that transition. to come in with my orange. So again, smushing it, blending it up into that pink. Smush, smush. Again, bringing it out. Anyway, so I just made my Kirby video of all my Kirby pages, and I said at the end it feels like you do more than what you've actually done, and I don't know if it's because the pages take so long to do that it just feels like it's a lot, like you've done a lot. I don't know, it's such a strange thing because I got to the end and went, oh, I thought I had done more than that. But no. Yeah, it's interesting. So again, blending it back up into that other colour. Starting to get a blend in there. Blending that pink down. Okay, now we're going to go into the yellows. Blending it up. Smushing those colours together to get those blends. And on those scales that you can see, I'll come in with a white gel pen, I think, later and work on those scales. Blend that out. Now we're going to come in with our light green. Again, blend that up into the yellow. So you're working between the layers by blending them and smooshing them the whole way. Love a good pastel rainbow. Sorry guys, just had to save my pencil. Come back into that yellow, smush some of that yellow and green in. Smush, smush, smush. Right, now we're going to come in with the teal. Start smushing up that green. Blend it out. Come back in with the green and smush those together. And I might even come in with like some glitter and stuff at the end. Glitter glue. I guess you guys might like stickles. Add some, I don't have stickles, but add some glitter. Make it pretty. Now I'm going to go in with my blue. working it into the teal. Blending it out on this end. And I'm going to go back in with the purple now that I'm back to the original colour. So I'll work that blue into the purple. Come back in with my teal. Smooshing them. Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. Love my sound effects. Now I'm going to go back in with my purple. Smoosh it into the blue. Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. Go back in with the blue. And smush. And the good thing is with these, they're so creamy that you can smush the colours together, so that it makes it blending really easy, which is nice. Okay, so there's my tail there. Now we're going to come in and do the fins. So same thing, we're going to come out from dark to light, I think, to give it a nice shiny look to it. All right. This time though, I'm going to work, might work backward. No, we'll just work that way. Just thought it's going to be easier to work out, but I don't know if it will. I don't know what that is. I think that's a separate part. So we'll come in and work from this bit. Now these sections are obviously going to be a lot smaller because this space isn't big. This one you can do a bit wider, but the smaller the area, the more colours you got to fit, you're going to have to bring it down. Make it a small area. So yeah, you're still dragging it out so your other colour will mix better. You just confine to how much you can bring it out. Like that. Then you're going to go in with your pink. There you go. So you're going to start, same thing as what you did on your tail, start bringing it out. All right, then we're going to go in orange. What I'll do is I'll speed you guys up now and finish these fins, and then I'll come back once we do that. Okay guys, there she is with her hair and her beautiful rainbow tail. I'm actually going to leave this video at that. I will finish her off, I think, off camera now, and I will show you what she looks like, I guess, in my MerMay finished pages video, or I may even just chuck them all together in the end of the month finished pages. We'll see. Depends how many I get done. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. If you have any questions, and ask below. I'm always trying to answer questions or reply to comments, so yeah, drop them below and I'll see if I can help out. Okay guys, thank you, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys are enjoying MerMay as well. See you later.